Are you a crazy conspiracy theorist watching YouTube late at night? Do you like aromatic pipe tobacco? If the answer to these questions is yes, you should enter my conspiracy theory giveaway, in which you could win just tons of, that's not tobacco, but a lot of tobacco could show up on your doorstep. Of course, I guess you have to give me your address. And that's going to be hard for some of y'all. Okay, so to get the YTPC to open up, to really reveal their inner conspiracy theories, I'm going to reveal some of my own. This is going to be good. I, I do hold some theories that might be considered conspiratorial. Now let's talk about this for a little bit before I really get into it. Conspiracy theories, I think, have to meet certain definitions. One, they have to assert that in whatever system they pertain to, there is a group or an individual, some entity that has all the power, and that group is separate from the individuals or entities that actually do have that appear to have the power. For example, a big theme in conspiracy theories is a shadow government. So here in America, we have our bicameral house, we have the judicial branch, we have the president, but in most conspiracy theories, there are some actors behind the scenes that actually control everything, and that's what's going on. So power is reassigned to a secret, shadowy group. That's aspect number one that I think must be present. Number two, a conspiracy theory must be ego-systonic to the conspiracy theorist, right? No one ever has the theory of like, yeah, there's somebody secret in power, but I don't know who they are. It's always like, I know the truth, man. You guys are sheep, you're brainwashed, but I know what's really going on. And if the shadow government wasn't in power, I would have a better job right now. So it is a way of siphoning off some of your complaints, some of your grievances onto a group of people you don't like. Next, a conspiracy theory must be totally crazy. Because look, if I came to you and I said, I bet that when there's a big storm and there's a, like power's out, and the gas station on the corner, they raise their prices 10 cents. I bet that's price gouging. I bet that the gas didn't actually cost them anymore. I bet they just know people are going to need gas for generators and stuff like that, so they bump up their prices. Well, yeah, that's just common sense. Is it good? No, that's a bad thing to do. But it's not really a conspiracy theory, in that it just makes sense that people trying to make a buck would do that. A conspiracy theory must be crazy. It must be that the CEO of ExxonMobil actually lives in the city of Atlantis under the ocean, and he's trying to use his company to pollute the air breathing atmosphere, like pollute the atmosphere for air breathers, so that his race of under the sea people can take over the world. That's a good conspiracy theory, and it needs to be non-falsifiable. You can't be able to say, well, this piece of evidence completely refutes your theory. Chemtrails? Let's talk about chemtrails for a second, y'all. Do you really think that the super secret Bilderberger, banker, broker, cabal, Illuminati, whatever they are, reptilian overlords, they're trying to poison the atmosphere with chemtrails, right? Well, they gotta breathe too. And they didn't become super secret, all powerful overlords by being stupid. There's a big flaw in this plan that I think they might be missing. So either they have the antidote to whatever poisons they're putting out there, which means there is an antidote, which means this whole problem could not be a problem, or I don't know what. I don't know how. That's the big problem with chemtrails, is that's crazy. But it's non-falsifiable, right? Can I really go to the airport and start opening up a commercial airliner to see if there's a big tank of nanobots in there? One of the theories I've heard floated is that the chemtrails are not chemicals, they're nanobots, mind-controlling nanobots. But clearly, I'm just infected by the nanobots, and that is why I'm making this video. You see what I'm saying? Any evidence against the conspiracy theory reinforces the conspiracy theory. So, now that I've made fun of conspiracy theories for 5 minutes, I'll tell you a few that I believe in. Oh, I believe in the Mothman. I believe in the Mothman. There it is. I said it. Now it's out there. I can't take it back. If you don't know who the Mothman is, the place you should not start researching is the Mothman Prophecies, which was this kind of stupid movie with Richard Gere. Although it had its moments, it had some scary parts in it. But John Keel was a Fortean researcher and investigated this small town in West Virginia where there were sightings of a Mothman, a giant humanoid moth creature. And Keel investigated and had some crazy experiences, and you should just read his book called The Mothman Prophecies. It's way different from the movie. It's not what you would think if you've ever seen the movie. Reading this book really made a difference in my life, actually, because one thing I think about humanity is we're all crazy, right? We all have our weird, crazy things. Like, if you're in Romania, you believe in vampires. If you're from Ireland, you believe in leprechauns. If, whatever. Native American, you got the Wendigo. In the space age, the average American starts believing in UFOs. John Keel says that these are all the same thing that is expressing itself in whatever way is culturally appropriate. That this is all the same phenomenon. And while I don't buy any specific phenomenon, UFOs, vampires, whatever, werewolves, I don't know, none of that ever has really resonated with me. I do, however, think that people are crazy enough that there must be some truth in the craziness. Does that make sense? Like, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, we have limitless craziness in our psyches as human beings, and there's got to be something that we're crazy about that's right. So that's why I believe in the Mothman. I think, like, do I believe in a giant moth-like creature? No. But I believe there is something out there that we cannot understand that interacts with us. And we don't have the intellectual capacity to get around. Well, yeah, just read the book. Read the book. I believe in it. Okay, number 2. We didn't kill Osama bin Laden. Y'all, come on. Come on. I mean, okay, well, maybe we did, but not in the way that we say we did. Like, okay. Run this by me again, right? You're the president, you're Barack Obama, you're the president of the United States, right? And Osama bin Laden is the most wanted fugitive ever in the history of the world, and you take him down, like you're the guy that pulls, that effectively pulls the trigger on the operation, you order the operation. This is like the truck nuts on the presidential limo, and you don't release any data that's actually like definitively identifying this guy as Osama bin Laden. I was fishing the other day and I caught a 40-pound trout, and I had my camera on me and my scale, and I took all these pictures. But I'm not going to show them to you. Nope. I'm not going to show them. In fact, I buried that trout at sea in accordance with its cultural traditions. Of course not. Of course not. We had the dude on ice, or we knew where he was the whole time, or he never, or he died in like 2003 or something, and it behooved both us and Al Qaeda to pretend that the guy was still alive. And then, oh shit, we crashed a helicopter into Islamabad. We invaded the sovereignty of another nation, and now we need a good cover story. Hey, we killed Osama bin Laden. Where were you guys hiding him the whole time? I've never bought it, and I continue not to buy it. And if that makes me crazy, then crazy. Number three. Number three. Here's a good one. This is my favorite one. Alex Jones is a CIA operative. Or at least he might not know. He might not know that he's doing the bidding of the deep state. But he definitely is, man. He's definitely out there. He is allowed, because see, here's the problem with conspiracy theories, right? You say that our government is so evil that it killed 3,000 of its own citizens on 9/11 just to as casus belli for the war in Iraq or whatever. You know, we've got some people that are willing to do something as horrible as 9/11 under a false flag. Yeah. Okay, well, why are they willing to let you talk about that? Disinformation. I'm not a 9/11 truther. I believe in the official account of 9/11. But I always think it's interesting that there's always this flaw of like, okay, yes, the chemtrail nanobots are affecting all of us, but they apparently forgot to write into the program that we should stop talking about the chemtrail nanobots because I'm still talking about them, right? People like Alex Jones exist not in spite of the authorities, not in spite of the real Machiavellian, real politic guys in the background, but at the pleasure of those authorities. Because Alex Jones is out there saying, Sandy Hook didn't happen. 9/11 was a false flag attack. Moon landing was fake. Whatever. So when I come to you and I'm like, I don't think we really did kill Osama bin Laden in the way that we said we did, you're like, what are you, listening to too much Alex Jones? Like next you're going to tell me that Dick Cheney is a reptile? Alex Jones and his brethren are allowed to continue, like in spite of all the stuff they say, because it makes people with actual skepticism sound crazy. There you go. Now you know the truth. Thanks for watching. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.